All right, welcome everybody. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for the privilege of your time. We are so glad that you're here. You could choose to be anywhere, but you're here learning. And those of you that have seen it understand how powerful this message is. And those of you that haven't, be prepared. There's going to be some things that you're going to see that are counterintuitive to everything you've been taught in finance, in the world of fiat finance. And we'll be able to show you how you can automate a part of your financial future as much as you want. So, with that, I'm going to give you some expectations of what you're going to see, and then we'll get busy. Let me share my screen.
Yep.
Bear with
Welcome.
me.
A few more people coming in. Awesome.
I know we shouldn't start until 11:05.
No, no, we gotta be courteous to the people that were on time
Early,
or
right?
So
early.
you're one of those people, if there's a meeting time, you lock the door right at when the meeting's supposed to start.
Something
Yes,
like that.
And then
I'm
you
one of
hear
those
people
guys.
banging on the door and you don't open it.
Hey, listen,
Hey,
I grew up in a very structured military family, did 32 years on my own. My father always told me if you weren't 15 minutes early, you were 5 minutes late.
yep.
So, with that, what can you expect? Cash flow. Everybody needs more cash flow. I mean, raise your hand if
Amen.
you have way too much money coming in and more money at the end of the month. But if you're like we have been, no longer, but as most people experience, they have more month at the end of the money. So we're going to give you a solution for that. We're going to fix your cash flow problem, and then transformation because you're going to see things that don't exist anywhere else, and they're all factually based. Um, if your mother told you it's too good to be true, it usually is, except for this time. We're going to give you so many pinpoint facts on what this platform has done that you're going to walk away scratching your head, and you're welcome to join us anytime. We do this weekly for Crypto Casey's audience, and you're going to see one of the most powerful income producing assets that exists. Income producing assets. You can own a lot of stocks and it spits off income producing assets in the form of dividends. You can own a whole bunch of property. And with that, you get trash and trouble and tenants. I can attest to that right now. Um, I don't like owning property. So with Go Baby Trade, you sit back, it's 100% set it and forget it, and you're going to see it. You're going to see about a 45-minute overview and then about 30 minutes of Q&A during the presentation. The chat is open, so if you have questions or you're skeptical, put it in the chat. You're going to see some folks that already own this platform that will validate everything that we're showing you because at one time they were skeptical as well. If you have questions along the way, don't hesitate to put them in the Q&A. Please don't put them in the chat because it's harder for us to follow. So with that, you're going to see a system that is an automated crypto trading and money management platform, key being money management platform, because it always keeps you in the game. And regardless of the direction of the market, it makes money. You're going to see what I've coined the $1 billion report, which is a report that Mr. Barsano and his team create on a monthly basis that shows you, identifies optimal trading opportunities that are coins that are very volatile. You're going to see a demonstration of the platform. You can ask questions. You're going to see why we claim multiple times, you're going to hear this, that it's a set it and forget it money management platform that you literally don't have to do anything to make it work.
Amen to that.
Yep. With that, I'm having trouble with my slide deck.
Oh,
Uh-oh. There we go.
oh,
There we go. Disclaimer. I'm not going to read it word for word. You're here for informational and educational purposes only. We are not financial, tax, legal, accounting certified. We're not giving you any of those services. Please do your own research. We'll give you lots of points of light to be able to do that as well. But to put you in a position to take away this material, and you can ask your financial advisor or your tax advisor. Uh, what is best for you? These are the questions that we already know that you have in your head. We're going to answer them. I'm not going to read them off, but you can read them. Essentially, does it work? Is it real? Yes, it is. It has a 25-year track record of never selling at a loss, and an AI that has been operating for the last 25 years. So, with that, Attila, I'm going to hand it over to you, and away we go.
Okay. Thank you, Edward. My name is Attila Hevesi, and I just want to welcome everybody. Like Edward said, you have a choice of being anywhere at 2 o'clock Eastern time on a Wednesday, hump day, and you're here. And it's a really smart move because this is a way to automate a portion of your financial life. And again, like Edward just said, again, it's not about will it work? Can it work? Is it possible this works? It's been working 25 years. It absolutely works. So you just need to educate yourself, and that's the reason for this webinar. By the way, Edward and I are the educational and support system for Crypto Casey as it pertains to this robotic trader, Go Baby Trade. Okay, so that's who we are. We offer you support pretty soon. Edward's going to be putting into the chat not only the special discounted link, it's $4,500 for a 3-year license, but being that you're here as a result of being one of Crypto Casey's subscribers, you get $1,000 discount on that 3-year license. So that's pretty cool. And then the other thing is he's going to put in there some support emails. If you have any hangups or you get stuck or you have a question, you could always email us. There's going to be 2. General questions come to Edward and I. Very uber technical questions would go to corporate at support@gobabytrade.com. So my job is to explain how this all came about, how I met Mr. Barsano back in 2012 and his background. So quickly, Ed Barsano was 9 years in the Navy, got out, and worked as a
8 years.
8 years, was a nuclear engineer in between before he got hired by Bill Gates at Microsoft, one of the first 350 people hired, and did a stellar job there for, again, about 8, 9 years. And then he retired a young man. He was less than 40 years of age, and he was bored. But he got into the stock market and eventually, fortunately for all of us, he lost a lot of money in the 2000 stock market crash. Now, why do I say fortunately? Because this compelled him to level the playing field, and he felt like he was robbed. So he proceeded to develop the world's first fully autonomous robotic stock market trader. It turned itself on, traded for you all day, taking profits, opening up new positions. And it did this 100% unattended, meaning you didn't have to be in front of the screen. Zero screen time. I met him in 2012 through a mutual friend. I bought the stock trader and it worked phenomenally. I actually helped him market it back then also. And in 2014, 15, Ed Barsano went back to being kind of solo, and then he sold out to a hedge fund in 2018-ish. And this hedge fund had purchased many licenses from him. Now, this is kind of where the story takes a twist. So I'm full-time. My background is all financial. Um, in the crypto world, I got in September of 2020. So I'm full-time blockchain, DeFi, crypto, AI since almost 5.5 years now. And there's nothing I'd rather be doing. It's the best and wisest move I ever made financially. But you do not have to be a quasi expert like myself, okay? You could know absolutely nothing and still make money in your sleep because of this 25-year proven technology we're introducing to you today. So I'm sitting at my desk in March of 24, and I'm saying, man, I want to find a way to safely and securely have my crypto make more money on itself, make more crypto on itself. Warren Buffett said it best. If you're not making money in your sleep, you will work until you die. I believe that's true. You've got to have your money multiplying while you're doing other things, either living life, making more money, traveling, whatever. If that's not happening, good luck. So it took a full day for Ed Barsano's name to pop in my head, but I said, oh my gosh, I'll bet somewhere in the last 5 years, maybe 3 to 5 years, Ed Barsano developed a trader also for the crypto market. So I tracked him down. My handy iPhone here. Um, I still had his number there. We spoke for 3 hours and he confirmed my hunch. He says, I did launch this crypto trader in April of 21. He said it's light years ahead of the stock trader. And I was curious as to why. And he said, number one, you need, and I agreed with one right away. He said, you need volatility, lots of it, to make big money in any asset class, whether it's stocks, crypto, precious metals. He said, Attila, there's no asset class with more volatility, more up and down action, more wiggle action than crypto. And I said, absolutely, Ed, you're right. Number two, he said, stocks are 5 days a week, 6 hours a day. Guess what? Crypto's 24/7. That's a big advantage. And I agreed again. But number three and number four was what really did it for me. Number three was the fact that he said, it's not downloadable software anymore. It was pretty cumbersome back in the day to download that software. 60 to 90 minutes it took people. He said, this is web-based. And I didn't know exactly what that meant, but he described it and he said, if when you buy the license again, like you used to have the trader license for the stock market, the stock trader, I'll have you connected live to your Coinbase in less than 10 minutes. And I'm like, whoa, that's amazing. Let's do it. I bought the trader on the spot. And in about 8, 9 minutes, Ed had me connected to Coinbase. Now, folks, I remember what 2012 was like. Nothing like that, trust me. So then number four was something that should be the most important thing to everybody on this Zoom webinar. And that is this. He said, Attila, I created a simple API connection to your own Coinbase account, excuse me, or your own Kraken account. So that means that you and only you control your crypto. And I was really thrilled to hear that because previously I had lost a lot of money in 5 different blockchain cash flow projects. It was way more money than I ever planned on losing. Now, obviously, I made more money than I lost, but it was a large number. And nobody should have to lose money in the space. So rest assured, you cannot lose your money here. Mr. Barsano has no access to your money. It stays at the exchange level. That's brilliant. So before I introduce Ed, I want to make sure everybody remembers two things today as we go through this. The first, Edward mentioned briefly in his bullet points. When we say set it and forget it, we truly mean you don't need to interact with this. This is not copy trading. There's zero screen time required. Let me say that again because it goes over most people's heads. There's zero screen time required for this to make money for you in your sleep. Now, if you want to go look at it and see what it's doing every day, feel free. I mean, you can look at it once a day, 10 times a day, whatever, but you don't need to do anything. That's what we mean by set it and forget it. The second thing is, please understand what this man has created. He's done something that nobody else has accomplished. Without any of you or anybody in the world really being an accredited investor, without anybody knowing anything about trading of any kind, without anybody knowing anything about crypto or stocks, you could now make money in your sleep and automate a portion of your financial life. Folks, it's never been done before. So when you take all of the facets of what he's put together, a 25-year track record, never sells at a loss, no leverage being used. AI kicks in when needed to help you make more money. If needed, and it's absolutely necessary, you could actually communicate with the creator. That's not available anywhere else. Okay, so with that, Ed Barsano, we thank you again, like every Wednesday, for being here with your presence. And we're going to turn it over to you now and just shed a light on the three favorite things you like to talk about, the bucket and the well, the AI, and the money management portion.
Right.
Like I said in the pregame, welcome, Mr. Barsano. If if Bruce Lee was a programmer, you would be him. You are so
Bruce Lee.
attuned to the market. You are 25 years. I mean, you've mastered something, and the mastery. I don't know anybody that's focused that much on one thing and done such a great job and blessed everybody that has the opportunity to own it. So thank you
Amen.
and
Amen.
welcome.
And you're welcome. First off, I'm not a genius. I just drink smart water. Um, but well, I didn't realize I created anything unique, really. In 2001, I just figured I'm going to automate the market and prove that it's just numbers going up and down with proper money management and risk management. And I didn't, and I was just giving it away free. And in 2000, then in 2006, I had already given away thousands of auto traders. Um, and I was learning from everyone. They were all sharing with me what they were trying to do because I was automating their strategies. Whatever you wanted, I was giving you the tools to do it. 10 screens of things you could do. Um, and then TD Ameritrade called out of the blue and said, "Will you connect your robotic trader to us?" And it caught me off guard. I said, "Why are you calling me? How do you even know me?" They said, "Can you connect it to us so our clients can use it?" And his answer was very profound, and he said, "You're real." I thought that was the coolest answer. You're real. And my response was, "You're right, I am real. I'm not playing here." And so I did that, and then I got thousands of more clients. Then of course I had to start charging for the software because of the overhead. I had 40 support people at that time. That's why I sold that old company off. It was downloadable software. It ran on your computer. It was really too big for your computer. Um, so that's why I sold it off, and I rewrote the software around 2020 and to be web-based. That means I have racks of servers at what they call a co-location center. I have a big cage with all these racks, and each rack has like 20 servers in it. Um, so all the auto traders are running on the servers. Right now I'm talking here, but the auto traders are still running on the servers. They run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's beautiful. So that takes that way, support is minimal. Like someone just asked a question I saw go by on I guess, the chat. Ask, "Can you look at my trader?" And yeah, send email to support@gobabytrade.com and one of our support people will look at it. We'll look at your trader and give you some advice. If you want to change things. Really, the default strategy is already set. It automatically gives you, suggests some coins that are top moving coins. And and then it's just really off to the races. Really, it's a super simple system to use. Like Attila said, you can look at it. You can look at it all day long if you want. It doesn't matter. Just go to the website and sign in and look at your trader. That's a web page. That's showing you what your trader is actually doing. But the auto trader is running on our servers. So that's what you're looking at isn't the trader. That's just a snapshot of the trader. It's showing you what it's doing. The auto trader itself is running like the ever ready bunny rabbit. It's just flying and flying. It's got the market trapped. So the first thing I like to do is really talk about the bucket and the well. And the reason
Yeah.
I talk about that is to I want you to I don't want to be like any bot out there where they just try to tell you, "Oh yeah, yeah, how great we are and you're going to make all this money," and that's it. And not really tell you how it's doing it. I really want you to understand. If you understand the bucket and the well, how water works in a well, you'll understand that it's literally free money for life. And they can't stop you. We always have the market trapped. So let me share my screen real fast. And this is important here because, I really want you to understand what the trader is doing. It's not secret. Um,
Yeah.
here's a picture of the bucket and the well. If this is water, the bucket has to go to the bottom and get the water and then go all the way back up and dump it out. It has to do that. It can't go halfway down and then stop and go back up. It will come back with an empty bucket. Okay? So so if I asked how much water can that pump in a lifetime, people would not they wouldn't question it. They would just say like millions of gallons because as long as it keeps pumping water forever, it's just going to keep pumping water. So then I say, well, what about how much money can it pump if the bucket doesn't have to go all the way down and it just goes down a little and pumps money? It goes down a little, buys, goes up a little and sells. And it just keeps repeating that forever. And even if it goes lower, hold that one. Don't worry about it. The action is down here now. Keep pumping money wherever it goes. If it wants to go lower, we'll pump down there. It doesn't matter where it goes. You're just going to keep pumping money for life. Now this seems so simple, right? Why everybody in the world doesn't get it? That's my challenge. What I've always said is the software's never been the challenge. The people are the challenge. Because somehow, and maybe some of you can answer this, because this is like a therapy session for me. I come to these webinars, I love to talk about it, and I always want to know what is it that people don't see? What is it you don't see? I type that in to the Q&A, if you will, because something in here isn't clicking if you're not doing it, because it's literally free money for life. It's just going to keep pumping money, and there's nothing anybody can do to stop it. And if the prices go lower, it's like, good. Remember this, when people internalize the market. And what I mean by that is when your account is lower, you feel like I'm down, I'm down. Well, you have to ask yourself, if you're down, that also means everybody in the world is down. Everybody in the world. And the people that own billions of shares are down. BlackRock, Fidelity, Vanguard, Donald Trump, Tom Brady. I mean, you name them, they're all down. When a coin goes down, that coin is down for everybody. Now they've been loading up. Now this is where it gets interesting. The whales, the very wealthy, own 95% of all the crypto. Now that's an interesting thing that most people probably don't know. That means only 5% of the crypto is out for the general public. And they buy that 95% of the crypto at the lowest prices, right where we're at today? Because the crypto market has been going lower and lower. Did they buy it at the bottom? The answer is no. They bought it way up here at the top. And they bought it as it was going lower. They kept adding. But the prices are down here. That means they're all buying holders. They're all underwater. I mean, they're underwater billions of dollars, probably trillions even. I mean, BlackRock, I mean, they have a lot of Bitcoin. They have a lot of all these coins. And they're all underwater, every one of them. So I always say, hey, unless the only way the coin you can stop me from pumping money forever, because it doesn't matter where it goes. The coin can drop 90%. We could be down here going up, down, up, down, up, down. Just keep pumping me money. I don't care where the price is. It doesn't matter. And another thing, some people say, well, what about those losers you're holding up here because it went lower? I'm still holding that one. And I'm still pumping money here, but then it goes lower. I'm holding that one there and that one there. And I'm still pumping money here. But what about these? Don't worry, because every time the market tries to make a move to break out of this where it's at, when it tries to pop up, I've got all this inventory to sell. The example I use in that, and some of you are new, so you haven't heard this. If you're running a 7-Eleven and you only have one bag of potato chips on the shelf and a school bus full of kids pulls in, you're only going to sell one bag because that's all you have on the shelf. You need inventory. So if I have 20 bags of potato chips on the shelf and a school bus pulls in, I'm going to sell 20 bags of chips. A lot of inventory. That's what I call a well-seasoned auto trader, has a lot of inventory. At this point, you can't even own enough inventory, man. You should be loading up like crazy, but smartly. Because if you put all your money in up here thinking it's not going to go lower, you're going to get bit because it's going to go lower. And then if you tied up all your money up here and the price goes down here and you don't have any money to buy more down here, you killed yourself. The software spreads your money out, so it allocates the funds smartly. So it knows that it's got money to trade all the way to the bottom. So I don't care if a coin drops 80%, it doesn't mean anything to me. The profits are not based on the price that the coin is at. The profits are based on the profits that it keeps pumping, the money that it just keeps taking forever for the rest of your life, in the middle of the night, whatever. And if you ever, some of you own an auto trader already, and you say, well, my auto trader hasn't bought anything or sold anything for 2 days or whatever. It's really not. It doesn't go very long. That's because the market isn't moving. If the market's not moving, the auto trader says, well, there's nothing to do. Like if it already bought and then the coin is just sitting there. See, some people get restless and they want it. They want to make the market move. They think they can make the market move. So they go in there and they start doing crazy stuff. I watch people changing their strategies and all, and I'm like, the market's not even moving. Why are you changing your strategy? I mean, you shouldn't do anything. Relax. The auto trader is not going to let that market breathe without giving you money. When a coin goes down, we've got it trapped down there, like right there. If we buy, it can't do that wiggle without giving us money. Even a 3% wiggle or a 5% wiggle, just a simple wiggle up and says, give me money, give me money, give me money. Keep pumping money. That's commerce. And I didn't create commerce. Commerce has been around for thousands of years, since ancient Egypt, since what is the word? What is that? Mesopotamia or something?
Mesopotamia.
What is it?
Mesopotamia. Mesopotamia.
Thank you. That goes even before ancient Egypt. I mean, that's like 3,000 years, 5,000 years back. Commerce has always been here. Everybody knows you buy it at one price and you sell it at a higher price. That's not rocket science. I didn't create it. I'm just implementing it, which is the way you should do it. Most people are gambling. This is where everybody you hear that anybody afraid of the crypto market, it's because they've already heard so many other people losing money. Well, that's because the other people are doing it all wrong. They're all going in at the top, and then when the prices go down, they don't have any money to trade. And they're sitting around going, oh man, my coin's down 80%. If I bought it at 10 cents and now it's down at 2 cents, it's like, I'm dead. That you got to wait till that coin goes all the way up to 10 cents before you even break even. However, with us, we're pumping money the whole way down. Buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. And then on the way back up, we're selling all the inventory we bought on the way down that we're sitting on that we still have. We're selling that when the trend turns up. And then on top of that, it's still wiggling while it's going up. So we're buying and selling even more. We're double dipping on the way back up. It's like, man, we got the market, but we got them trapped for life. And there's nothing they can do to stop us. We're not violating any laws. Nobody said that you're not allowed to do proper money management and proper risk management. The software has all that built in automatically. All you do is put your money in your Coinbase or your Kraken account and watch it trade. And it's just going to keep pumping money till you die. And then you're just going to hand the whole account to your loved ones. And the auto trader is just going to keep pumping money forever. And it's never going to stop just taking free money. And I've been looking for competitors for 25 years. I've never found them. Everybody else is gambling. When a person buys, this is where the gambling comes in. When somebody buys a coin, in their mind, I'll tell you what you're thinking. It's going to go up right now because you're looking at charts and everything and you're saying, all right, now it's going to go up. You're trying to predict what the market's going to do. We're not predicting anything. If it goes up, I'm going to sell and take profit. There's nothing to think about. And if it goes down, I'm going to buy more. And when I buy more, I've got the market trapped now because it can't wiggle. I've got it trapped at the bottom. They can't wiggle it. If they try to wiggle it, I take money. So I've got them trapped. And if they want to go lower, fine, I'll buy more at a lower price. Now what are you going to do? You can't wiggle it from there. The only thing they can do is keep running the coins down, 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 down until the company goes out of business. That's The only tool they have against you. As long as the company doesn't go out of business, it's just going to keep pumping money. You can look at any chart. All it is numbers going up and down. The chart. Look at any chart. It's just doing this. It's free money. Let me go into my auto trader. So save any questions you have. Anyone that's brainwashed and doesn't want to believe this, ask your question. I love to hear it. This is a therapy session for me, folks. You know that. Because I've been trying to I get this off my chest all the time because I don't understand how everyone doesn't see it. Everyone has these cliches in their head. Well, if that's real, he wouldn't be giving it to you. Why not? You're sharing information with me. That's how I know what works and what doesn't work. And when I discovered over the years things that didn't work, people shared with me, I countered it in the software to not do that stuff. Or if the data is bad, if there's bad data, corrupt data, and there is a lot of corrupt data, you'd be surprised. The software counters that stuff. It sees everything. And over the years, it just got smarter and smarter and smarter. So there's nothing they can do to hurt the auto trader.
Hey Ed,
Um,
how much emotion have you programmed into the platform?
there's no emotion. The auto trader is emotionless. It
That's
doesn't care. It
it
won't give
doesn't
in for a penny. It won't give in for a penny. It's like it's evil. The auto trader is evil because
in a
it
good
just keeps
way.
taking free money. They never created this market thinking somebody could just steal money all day long for free. When you buy a coin in your mind, it's going to go up. In the auto trade, you notice everything I've been talking about is you bought a coin up here, you started up here buying that coin, and then where did it go? I never said it went up here. I said it went down because this is where the action is when it goes down. He who can turn a loser into a winner is going to win. Anybody knows if a coin goes straight up, you're just going to sell it and take profit. But what do you do when it goes down? This is where the whole world falls apart. They have all this misinformation they're getting off the internet. People teaching classes that aren't even really in the market. That doesn't that sound terrible? To teach a class and you're not really even trading. They're just sitting
Yeah.
there lying, actually lying. What other word can you use? Fibbing? I don't know. You want to make it sound nicer? Fibbing. They're pretending like they're in the market and they're not. Because you know why I know they're not? Because the stuff that they're teaching, that they're spewing, the information, you can see it's gonna do nothing but lose money. I saw somebody on Facebook, what he was saying sounded great, and I was thinking, wow, because it just popped up, and I'm like, this is pretty good. I'm gonna follow this guy for a while. Then he went and started showing his strategy. He said, well, let me open up Notepad, and I'm gonna show you my strategy. And as soon as I saw his strategy, I said, oh my God, if you do what he's saying, you are gonna get hammered, man. You're gonna lose all your money. So I immediately blocked him just so I don't have to see his garbage anymore. That fake lies. And I don't know if the public could see it. But if you go all in up here and that coin drops down here, you're just dead. You know why? Because the coin's still doing this up, down, up, down, up, down, but you don't have any money to trade because you put it all in up here. That's called buy and holding. Anybody buy and holding is just getting killed these days, which is why everybody hates cryptos because they all went in up here. And over the last 4 years, the market's been on a long-term downtrend. So if you bought something at 12 cents, it's now sitting at under a penny. I mean, I see stuff at 3 cents that should be sitting at $3, but it's sitting at 3 cents. Don't worry though, because BlackRock and all those guys own all these coins. Watch what happens when that trend starts up. We've been on a 4 year downtrend. The trend's not going to stay down. We're still sitting on all the inventory we bought on the way down, but now the coin's down here. Watch when that trend starts turning up and we start selling all that off. And then in the meantime, while we're waiting, we're still pumping money at the bottom. Buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. It's just free money. Let's go over to my auto trader here real fast and I'll walk you through the trader itself. This is what your auto trader looks like. It just shows live trading and there's videos on every page. It shows what server it's running on the racks of servers that we have. That's for debugging. You don't see that. It shows the current account value. Today's profit, zero. Okay. Why zero? How come it hasn't taken profits? Well, the coins don't, it's a down day. Why didn't it take profits on this one, Swift? I'm wondering that too. Well, let's click on the plus and see what's going on. It says, "Oh, I'm only up 2.88%. It's not up 5%. The profit
Hey
goal
Ed,
is
hey
over
Ed,
here."
while you're on the subject, Ed, one of the questions has to do with somebody's trader going up more than the 3%, because you're kind of on that subject now, and yet it
Mhm.
didn't take the profit. Can you touch on that right now and
Sure.
explain why
Okay.
that may happen?
Well, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But for starters, my profit goal is 5%. And even though it went up 7% today, the last lot purchased, that's this one, is only up 2.91%. All right. So it's also gonna add your trade fees to the profit. So even though I'm saying I want a 5% profit goal, but it's also gonna look at what are the trade fees, and it's gonna add it to the profit goal. So this might not sell until 5.5 or even 6%. So right now it's only up 2.42%. Now I could be greedy. Say I'm gonna go to the store right now. I'm gonna go grocery shopping. I could say, well, why don't I just close this one here and just lock in that $313 of free money? If I want, I could just click close this lot right now, which I'm not going to do because I'm going to let the auto trader deal with it. I've got the market trapped. I'm not even worried about it. I don't care. But there's free money. That's $313 is free money. Um, if I go down here and look at my show orders, it hasn't. What is today's date? Is today's
11.
The 11th.
So this thing hasn't done anything since the 9th when it bought two lots. And then on the 8th, it took $1,100 of profit. And so it doesn't have to get crazy. If the market's not getting crazy, the auto trader is not going to get crazy. I mean, there's going to be some crazy days in here where you got a lot of activity going on. Where, look at the 13th here. We took a couple more lots. And look at here on the 6th, and the 7th, it just buy, or sell. There's a lot of activity on those days. It's up to the market to decide. You're either, you don't have to do anything on some days. I mean, if I go back here real fast to January, was it last year? January 31st. Oh,
Of 20
25.
of 25.
Yeah, I was right there. I was already right there. January 25th, Alchemy Pay took off. And look what happened when it took off means it went up from almost 2.2 cents to 5.6 cents in 5 days. So here's what happened. Here's what it looked like since January like 27th. Look at all these closes all at one, or January 26th even. The coin just popped. It just started going up. And all that inventory I talked about that we're holding, we're just selling it all off. It's like, thanks for the free money. Thank you very much. I love you. The market's an insult to humanity, seriously. The thing is, you got to just relax when things are going down and you're building inventory. Don't worry about it. I mean, you're going to sell it all off. Don't even worry. And in the meantime, you're just constantly taking money. In the last 30 days, I've taken, here it is, 30-day profits, $5,221. It was a slow month. Things aren't moving. Here in one day, I was taking 2,000, 2,000, 1,700, 1,200, 600. I mean, all this free money. Because when it pops big, you make big. If it wants to pop on one day and go up all at once, if a coin jumps 50%, all that inventory, you're making 50% on each lot. It's like, man, it's just, I mean, I can't get over it. I mean, I love it. And here's my total profit since February 7th of 2023. $363,000 of free money. And here's Alchemy Pay up here. Let's look at this. This is a good example. Alchemy Pay. My inventory that I'm sitting on is down $97,000. You go, oh, that's a lot. Yeah, but look how much money I've closed and taken profits. 153,000 of money off the table. Free money, actual profits, not like sitting money in a bank where or putting it in some bond or something where you gotta wait. You're watching this thing crank out money every day or every few days. It's up to the market. And that's another thing. People think they can control the market. It's like, relax. If the market's not moving, the market's not moving. Take it easy. There's nothing to do. I watch people changing their strategy when the market's not moving, or they're closing positions and they're swapping out symbols and putting other symbols. It's like you're trying to make the market do something that it's not doing. Relax. The market's going to come to you. You don't have to go to the market. You don't have to dictate anything to the market. The auto trader just is going to sit back and relax and just take all the profits the market wants to give us. So what else do we have? Current profits saved. See, I have a save bucket here now. It says save 100% of my profits. That means all that money that this thing is making, all these trades, the money's going into my save bucket. Current profits saved here.
Yeah, and explain what the save bucket is.
The save bucket is it's part what it is that's cash that is just sitting there that the auto trader knows not to use. So it's not using those profits. And I have a Coinbase Visa card. And you can all if you have I think you if you're in the US you can get a Coinbase Visa card. And I use it everywhere I go. Do I have my wallet here? Let me
Yeah, while you're pulling that out, just clarity, money just sitting there. The trader has no authority over anything other than to send buy and sell orders. It directly connects to either Coinbase or Kraken and only trades on your behalf.
That's my
There you
Coinbase
go.
Visa card. Is
The
that
card that
upside
keeps on
down?
giving.
Is that upside down to you guys?
No, no, it's
Oh, all
correct.
right. It's upside down to me. All right. So yeah, I mean, everywhere I go, when I use this card, I tell myself the card that keeps on giving. It's like it's free money. Everywhere I go, it's just this card never runs out of money. And another thing, I found a dollar, right? I found a dollar the other day. And and I was on the street. Now you see the money I make on every trade. You think, well, a dollar wouldn't mean anything to me. You know, but this is automatic. I'm bored with this. It's just bored. That's always making money. What I was excited about is this dollar I found on the street, when I came out of a store. And it's just like you can tell it's been run over like 1,000 times. And, I almost feel like it's gonna rip if I try to open it up. I mean, so I just put it in my wallet like good luck, my good luck dollar.
Your good luck dollar that next year is going to be worth 85 cents, then 60
Yeah.
cents.
Yeah. But I just feel like, if you found money on the ground, you would be if you found money on the ground every day, you would be walking with your head down. Now I admit when I found that dollar for the next few days, I was looking, on the ground as I was walking around. But the auto trader is the same thing. It just keeps pumping money. It's just like I call the market, you know what I call it, some of you.
An insult to humanity.
Yeah, I call the market an insult to humanity. The market's just I hate to say it's a joke. I'm very irreverent, somebody said. I had to Google that to see what he meant. And what he meant is you don't respect the market. It's like, I absolutely don't respect the market. I think the market's a joke. The market is literally free money. Oh, look, Swift, look at what it was doing on the 5th and 6th. Swift started making some good moves. Look at all these closes all at once, on that day, on the 5th and 6th. Look at all these close, 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 close. So all that inventory I was building up, I was just selling off. And that's what it's going to do now. Look, it's up 8.72% today. But let's see my position, how much it's up. 4.71%. It's getting close to sell. pretty soon it'll dump it, and it'll just sell it and take the free money. And it's even telling me when it's going to buy more. The current price is 0.0004004, right here. But it's telling me here that the price has to drop to 0.002598. So it's telling me the current price is up here, and it's got to, when it drops down to here, it's going to buy more. That's exactly the bucket in the well, isn't it? It's telling me when it's up here now, but if it drops down here, it's going to buy more, and so it buys, and then when it goes up, it's going to sell. It's not it's not rocket science, people. Seriously. I mean, but it does take a lifetime to create it. If you're trying to create an auto trader at home, you already know what it's like. Or if you're even trying to trade at home, you have to make mistakes before you know that you're going to lose money. You have to watch yourself losing money all the time. Over 25 years, I've had thousands of people feeding me information, and I could see what he's doing is not working. And what that guy's doing is not working. Oh, what that guy's doing is working. And what I discovered over the years is just chase money. Don't let the market breathe without paying you. I've got that market trapped. Wherever it goes, it can never wiggle. And I mean, I don't normally do this, but let's just go to Coinbase Coin Market Cap.
Well, while you're doing that, Ed, I had sort of a light bulb go off that when you talk about learning how to trade and professional traders, every single strategy that is being taught is how to manually trade. Would you agree?
Yep.
Okay. So the big epiphany that people need to understand is that this strategy, not teaching it to you, it's built into the system, is simply made to automate everything. So this is not a strategy that can be taught because you can't outthink more than 3 million lines of code. Everywhere
No,
else on the planet, there is no automated trading. You have to, if you've seen bots or you've seen trading classes, they're all based on trends and signals and things that you have to pay attention to, and then you have to push a button. You have to manually trade. And when you talk about when Ed goes back to his trader, a lot of those trades happen in the middle of the night, 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. It literally happens 24/7, 365. There you go, right there. To 247,
2:47 a.m. How many of you
348,
were
right?
awake to grab that money?
This is an automated system that has been perfected over the
9:22. I
last.
was in the shower.
It's as I was saying, it's an automated system that trades by itself. There are no other traders or other systems out there that actually trade on your behalf either. So you're
138 or here 10:58. And it's buying position. See, when it buys, it's actually setting you up for the kill.
yep.
Because anytime it buys, it just trapped the market. Look at it that way. Because as soon as it buys, it says, I got you now. Nobody in the world can make money on that coin now unless it goes like that. And the minute it does that, I got you. Pay me. Anytime it buys, I've got the market trapped. And you can feel good about yourself. You can say, all right, I just bought it right there. It can never go above that price. And if it goes lower, that's okay. We'll buy it down here now. But then it's going to do that. And when it does, free money, free money, free money.
Hey Ed, can you do me a favor or do everybody a favor and go now to the $1 billion report because we're getting close to the top of the hour. I want to get into
Okay.
the Q&A because that's a really important thing.
I just wanted to make one point about, I just
Yeah.
brought up a chart. Look at all the wiggling up and down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And you don't have to try to figure out when it's going to do this stuff. See these pops, these big jumps? The stock market moves like this. Their prices go up and down gradually. They'll go down for a month and stay there. But the crypto market jumps around. And you can see it. These jumps, boom, free money. Because anything you bought below this price right here, all this inventory, if it didn't already sell off, it's going to sell off. It would sell off at that point. When it goes up here, anything you bought down here, it's going to sell off. When it went here, anything you bought below that price sold off. So you're selling a lot of bags of potato chips. You can't try to sell a $50 bag of potato chips in a store. Nobody will buy it. You have to sell it based on what the market will bear, and that is $2.99. You can sell lots of bags of potato chips for $2.99. That's why you don't want to just sit here and say, "Well, I'm going to wait until it's up $1,000." It's like, no, the money will add up. All this little money, this $37, this $20, that adds up. Don't worry about it. It's just going to keep adding up forever. Okay, so in the menu we have this report. This is where you're always going to go in your trader. You're always going to go look here at the menu, and you have the
High trade count.
highest trade counts report. This is what Attila asked me to show. When you
Right.
click on that, it pops up this screen.
There it
Attila,
is.
Edward calls this the $1 billion report.
How can
It
you call it
shows,
anything but? It tells you which ones are going to make you money the fastest.
right.
Yep.
It's just like if you open up a 7-Eleven, you don't want to sell iodine in there and Clorox bleach and stuff like that. You're not going to sell any of that stuff, or you're not going to sell much of it. That stuff, that kind of stuff, if you were selling it, it would be at the bottom of the list. The slowest moving items.
I
You
would
want,
say that sales of iodine and Band-Aids and all that kind of stuff maybe actually on the rise for anybody that doesn't own the trader. With all the blood in the streets, you're gonna need disinfectant to
yeah,
get better.
I've been saying it for the last 4 months. We're going to see blood in the streets before this market takes off. That means we're going to see it driving down really hard, and driving down really hard is a gift to us. It's a gift to the auto trader. I mean, wouldn't you love to buy Microsoft at $30 a share? I mean, we're buying coins at 3 cents a share, man. This is a joke. This is gold. I mean, what a gift. Thank you. I mean, who wants the crypto market to just take off? I mean, even Bitcoin went to what, 129,000, and now it came all the way back down to what was it? It was on here at the bottom. We show it down here, 67,000. Buy and holders that bought it all the way up there and they put all their money in up there, and they're sitting down here at 67,000, and they're miserable because they got to wait until it goes all the way back up to where they bought it. With us, we bought it. If we were trading, I'm not trading Bitcoin, but if I was trading Bitcoin, it would never be more than a couple percent away from me being able to sell. Wherever I buy it, I can always sell it just 5% higher. Boom, free money. Boom, free money. I mean, this is the ultimate tool. So this highest trade count report shows us the biggest movers. See this here? Previous year's closed trades. These, when I say closed, every close in the auto trader is a profitable trade. Actual physical money you just took. 1,559 trades in 1 year. 1,531 trades in 1 year. There's Swift right there, and I'm trading it. Darn right. It's the number 2 coin. And it's been between 1 and 2 for the last 8 months. It just goes back, and it usually stays at 1 for a long time. Then it bounces to number 2. And then it'll go back to number 1. Watch. See how close it is to almost beating, almost catching up again to that lock in? Watch it flip back. So there, it stays up at the top. SPA at the number 4 here, it's the same thing. It's usually in the number 2 spot. 1 and 2 battling it out with Swift. I mean, these coins are just sitting at the top going, they're just pumping money. You can see the monthly reports here, the monthly counts over here. This is January, how many trades it did in January, how many trades it did in December, the next one over, how many trades it did in, October. It's just showing you the last 5 or 6 months going back. How many trades? Look at this, 80, 58, 100, 46. Talk about free money. What a beautiful thing. I love it. And so you want to trade coins near the top. Everybody is trading coins near the top. Even in the, even if you said, give me coins in the top that do at least 1,000 trades in a year. That's all the way down to line 42. You got 42 coins up there that do 1,000 trades in a year or more. How beautiful is that? I mean, look at this BSX, 89 trades. This is crazy. Talk about unbelievable. I
Mm.
mean, I love looking at this stuff. So it did 11 trades 1 month. It had a slow month. You don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Just because it slowed down for a month, don't worry about it. Because look what it did the next 4 months. You start selling all that inventory off. So, anyways, it's just free money. Should we get to the Q&A or do you want
Yeah.
to talk about
Well, one more thing, real quickly, that top 50 traders, because people ask, how much money do I need to put in or start with? And that's personal. That's up to the individual. We certainly can't recommend to you what to start with, and we would be giving you financial advice. But I want everybody to see the different levels that people have started with and what the
from
returns.
1 year ago?
Yeah, it's a 1 year compilation.
Well, what it is I've had people send email and say, why would somebody pay $3,500 for software and then only start with $163? Okay? He's testing the waters. Not only that, even if that is all the money he had, what he's learning, he'll never forget for the rest of his life. You'll never, all of you, you'll never trade the market again without remembering all this stuff I'm talking about. The education is worth it. Even if you just went in paper trade and said, I'm going to buy the software and I'm going to watch it run in paper trade mode for 3 years, go ahead. Because once you start trading, because what they do is they'll sometimes they'll throw in a little bit of money and then they'll test the waters. I know someone trading with $100 and no, it's 200, isn't it? Simon Says trading with one or two hundred
Yeah,
dollars.
200, 200.
Yeah, he's just testing the waters. Even though he could do a lot, he could throw another 20,000 in, and he's going to. He's just watching it run, and he's watching it run in this crummy market. And even though it's a crummy market, he's still cranking out 100% a year return, or 50 or 60 or 70% a year. I mean, this guy did 284% in 1 year. That's the important thing, the profits taken. This is where people get mixed up. If the coin's prices are going down, then your account value might be going a little lower. Don't worry about that. The secret is count the money you're actually taking because you're still sitting on that inventory you were buying while it was going down. And that's just market manipulation. When the market is going lower, that's just the big boys lowering the price. That does two things when they lower the prices of a coin. It scares the people out that are sitting in inventory in coins, buying holders because the prices went down, so their account value is going down. So that makes them want to sell their coins. Now the whales want to load up and buy as much as they can. So they're buying at the lowest prices while the regular guy is just panicking and selling out. You can ask any of your friends, are you in crypto? And they're all going to say, no way, man. That's a gamble. It's a scam. It's not real. It's just blowing smoke. They're they're wrong. They are 100% wrong. And they're just going to miss the boat. Just like millions of people missed the tech revolution in the 90s, the internet revolution, the AI revolution that's on its way. They're missing all those. They miss all the stuff that is where you get rich. And then they just go back to their regular jobs because they have all these phobias in their head, this misinformation. So it doesn't matter how much you started with. Here, this guy started with 13,000. He took $20,000 in profit. Show me a bank where you could deposit $13,000 into your bank account and they will give you 20,000 in profits in interest in a year. No way. And we can click on view details here and it actually shows you what he's trading. This guy's only trading one coin. See, you don't
Ah,
need a lot of coins. Zcash, isn't that what that is?
yeah,
Zec.
Zach. Yeah.
He's only trading one coin. His profit goal is 2%. He's adding on 4% drops with 40 lots. 4 times 40, that's 160% drop. He is covered all the way to the bottom. He doesn't even care where the price goes. It's just pumping money. It doesn't matter how far down it goes because it always reserves enough money to take you all the way down there. So you don't even care where the price goes. You have no fear. You don't even worry about the market, man. Just go live your life, enjoy your life, and let the auto trader crank out money. This is the ultimate savings account. And the more money you put in it, the more money it makes. 100% of a million is different than 100% of 1,000. And I've got people with million-dollar accounts, multi-million-dollar accounts trading with these auto traders. And with no fear. They're not worried about it at all. I talk to them all the time. They have no fear at all. And just me too. I have no concern. Sometimes I don't even look at my trader. I didn't like right now. I don't even look at this all week. I don't even care. Well, it's going to take what it's going to take. And the only time I look at it is when I'm doing a webinar and I bring it up and I go, "Oh wow, all right, I took that free money. Thanks, cool." Otherwise I'm not. It's just I just know it's just going to keep pumping money. So, should we jump to the Q&A or
Yeah,
any?
We
yeah,
should.
we should.
We should. Very efficient. Yeah, we're and just to let you know, for anybody that's new to us, we do this every week, same day, same time. Occasionally, there's an opportunity where one of us is traveling. As a matter of fact, no. Ed, you're gonna be here. You'll be here
Right.
next week.
Yeah, next Wednesday.
Am I?
Yeah,
Right, next
Next
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Yeah,
Right.
okay.
And stay tuned because we understand there's an opportunity for Crypto Casey. If you're a fan of hers, she's going to come on and you'll be able to ask her questions directly. So we'll keep you posted on that. Just stay tuned.
Yeah, that's great when she jumps on.
Yep. With that, let me do a little bit of housekeeping. Normally, you're going to get within 48 hours, you're going to get Zoom's going to send you a replay of this. But I'm also going to post in here our YouTube channel because all the replays end up there, and um, we'll have that generally 24 to 48 hours. And if you're
Crypto
interested,
Casey, the last time Crypto Casey came on, she said I should be selling this for $25,000 for every contract.
I did ask her a question out of the blue. If she were to put a price tag on this, what would it be worth? And she didn't hesitate to say $25,000 a year.
Yeah,
So
before I even had a chance to talk, because I want to give
yep,
it away for free.
yep,
The
yep.
problem is I have a support department, plus I have all those servers, just racks of servers in a giant cage at what they call a co-location center.
That's not
It's all
inexpensive.
the overhead,
Yep. Also,
So
I
I
just
have to
posted.
start something.
Yeah, if you want to join a community of like-minded individuals in this market that most of them own the trader, I just posted that link as well. Um, it's a free community. You're welcome to join. We post newsletters and white papers and things like that you may be interested in. So I'm also going where you're if you want to grab the first question, I'm also going to repost Casey's discount link. It gives you $1,000 off the 3-year license.
No errors. The health meter is telling me everything is good. The health meter, you can click on that and it just tells you if there's any problems in your trader. Because sometimes people make changes. If you didn't make changes, you're never going to have any issues here. But
Right.
sometimes people go in and change their strategy. They'll go in and change things, and
yeah,
they might
not a good
mess
idea.
something up.
Not a
Yeah.
good idea. All right. So, Edward, do me a favor. I got kicked off, so I can't go all the way back in the chat and see if there's any questions there. I'll
Okay.
address the question that was asked in the Q&A, but maybe you could peruse the chat and see if there's any additional questions there that
Okay.
were not put in the chat. Now, one thing I did see there, I want to make very clear. Some people are asking about if I want to buy a stock trader, is it a separate license? Can I run the stock trader on the same license? It is a separate license. So you would get the discount for the $1,000 off on your crypto trader, and you still would get the $1,000 off on your separate stock trader. But I don't know, cryptos are a lot more volatile, generally speaking,
Oh yeah,
than
cryptos
stocks.
are way
So
more volatile than stocks.
yeah,
Stock
but
prices right now are way up here at the top. They got a long way they can go down. Whereas
yeah.
crypto prices are all the way at the bottom and they got a long way to go up.
Yep. We're all
Go
good in
ahead.
the chat, Attila.
Okay, so Colette is asking, when Ed showed his trader and Swift is up today, but his lot isn't ready to sell yet. Looked like his lot was up 4%, but the next lot on the list was down 21%.
Don't worry about that one
Let me just
because
finish.
that was bought at a much higher price and the coin gapped down. It
Ah,
gapped down, so I didn't add on 3% drops like I normally would do. The coin jumped down a lot. It went boom. Remember what I said? The stock market prices move like this. Cryptos jump around. They jump up. If a coin jumps up 30% and I got all that inventory that I bought on the way down, I can sell all that off at once. Whereas with the stock market, it just moves slowly. And
yeah,
so,
and
yeah,
that,
I have, if you want to look at the number of lots, Swift, I've got 28 lots that I own that were bought on the way down, but it was wiggling while it was going down. I've taken $28,000 of profits and the coin gapped down, so it's down 109,000 on the inventory. I'm not worried about the inventory. This is where people get confused. They're open positions. When a coin price goes down, that drives your inventory down, right? And when the inventory goes down in value, that lowers your account value, and that scares people. What I always tell people is stop looking at the account value. What you need to be looking at is profits taken, because that's the money. That this column and what happened over the last 4 months is they've been driving these prices down really hard. Like GRT, they've driven that one down to a lot. And they've driven ACH down a lot. And but the auto trader is compensating for that drop by taking constant profits. But if it drops down really too fast, the auto trader is not taking profits fast enough. But there's no rush. I've got the market trapped. I'm not even worried about it. I'm just going to keep pumping money. The only tool the whales have to scare the public is push the coin price down.
right.
So they push the coin price down like these down days like this. They just keep pushing it lower and lower to scare the little guy out. Because if a big guy wants to buy $30 million worth of a coin, he's got to have people out there willing to sell $30 million worth of that coin because he's got to buy it from somewhere. If there's no sellers, then how can he buy it? So what happens is he drives the price lower, scares the little guy out, and believe me, there's a lot of little guys out there. When I say little guys, I'm talking about people that are just easily manipulated because what happens when a coin goes lower and the account value goes lower, my account was at a mil three and now it's at 548,000. That's down 800,000 from where it was 6 months ago. Do you think I even care? I'm not worried about that because I've got the market trapped at the bottom. I've got the crypto market trapped at the bottom, and I have what I call a well seasoned auto trader. 24 lots of ACH, you can see it here, 25 lots of Dogecoin, 36 lots of GRT, I mean, I've got the market trapped. I've got all that inventory, and there's nothing the market can do. They can never go back up there without me selling those. And every time they have a big jump in the coin, I sell off multiple lots at once, like you can see
Yeah.
here, like like Swift. When it where did I see the where it just sells a lot of it at once, like that. Every time they try to do a big jump, I've got look at all that inventory that it sold off all at once. Look at this. From January
Yeah, for
4th
the
to the 5th and 6th, 3 days in a row, they tried to go higher, higher, higher. And I said, fine, sell it all off. All that inventory that I bought on the way down, just selling it all off. And then it tries to go
yeah.
back down and I buy more again. And it's just like a 7-Eleven. It's just commerce. You fill the
Yeah.
shelves and you sell it and then you refill the shelves. It's
Okay.
not
And
rocket science, really.
let me also add that remember, this trader has never seen a bull market. So sometimes we'll say at the beginning of the Zoom, we'll say, look, there's no guarantees of any kind, but there is one. And that is that how do you word it, Ed? The trader will give you whatever the market gives the
And
trader, right?
bear.
Whatever the market can bear, right? So And don't think just because your trader is not taking a profit 1 day in a row or 2 days in a row or 3 days in a row,
Don't let
that
it scare you.
don't let it scare you. It's still working on your behalf because if it's going lower, it's building inventory, and inventory is nothing more than open positions that are waiting to close when it goes higher. It's genius, and that's why it never sells at a loss. So if
And it
somebody,
doesn't, the longer it sits where it's at down there, it doesn't even matter because I'm going to just keep pumping money anyways.
yeah, yeah,
I'm just going
exactly.
to keep
So
pumping money because even while it's sitting at the bottom, it's still wiggling and I'm going to just keep pumping money. And
Colette
the
says,
coins, the only thing they can do is run these companies out of business. The graph, which is one of my favorite coins, I'm down all that inventory. These guys got 70,000 users using them. They're not going out of business. That I'm not worried in the least. In the least. That
yeah,
coin should be sitting at $30 a share. It's sitting at 2 cents. This is an insult to humanity. They've lowered these coins and they got the public running scared. What I say is you can't own enough crypto, man. You can't own enough. I would be.
true
And
that.
every day that you're not running an auto trader, number one, you're not building inventory on these beautiful down days. You're not taking advantage of unbelievable down days, multiple down days in a row. What a gift. And the other thing is, so you're not building inventory and you're not taking profits. As long as you don't have an auto trader, every day going by is just a wasted day.
And,
Hey,
Seriously.
gents, Dennis is asking, he's in the UK, asking, and I can't remember the name of the exchange, if he were to own the stock trader, what is the
trade
exchange that he has to
station,
be part of?
trade station.
Coinbase.
Trade
No,
station. No, no,
trade
no, stock
station.
version.
Oh, the stock. He would have to have a trade station account.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Colette says, excellent explanation, Ed. Thank you. She's the one that asked the question.
You're
So
welcome, Colette.
thank you, Colette, for participating. Ken P. What is the cost of the trader after the 3-year license expires? Well, you're lucky because Ed has said before, as a result of you all being crypto Casey's audience, right? Ed, correct me if I'm wrong, but they will more than likely get the same renewal price of 3,500 after 3 years.
Right. Or lower. If I do specials, when I do specials.
Right. Okay, super. So thank you for that. John, if John R., if I purchase now, doesn't matter if I may have missed a lot of potential profit because I missed the recent reduction in prices or inventory and therefore the future
Look, they're still
increases.
going down.
Yeah, Bitcoin's down from 68,000 to 66 today. I mean, it's 67 now. But
Yeah.
listen, it's
You
you
never
can't
you never miss it.
you can't.
The crypto market's always going to be here. The name of the game is jump in and let the game begin.
You know
Just
what?
jump in and let the game begin.
What I say is that trying to time the market as far as the best time to buy the trader equals paralysis. It'll paralyze you because the next day you're going to be like, oh, shoot, it went this way. Maybe this is, oh, no, it just went up. And you're going to drive yourself nuts. Just pull the trigger, just do the thing and you shall have power. I had a great mentor that had a great saying, do the thing and you shall have power. Buy the trader and you're going to be in charge now. Ed, you just said something before that
I
I
got
wrote down.
$645. You think I should just grab it or 574? I'm not gonna
No,
do it. I
no,
don't I
don't,
never I
don't,
never manually trade.
no, don't teach people bad habits, please. Um,
Ah.
you just said something a few minutes ago, which is brilliant. You're not taking advantage of the markets going down. That's what happens to people that don't own the trader. Ed, what do you say all the time? When it goes up, that's easy. It just takes the 5% profit. This trader was built for when the market goes down, right, Ed?
It's prepping you for the kill. Most
Right.
And
people
down is
think they
good.
want to go in and have the coin go straight up. It's like, no, I don't want to just buy one lot and then have it go up and then all I made is a little bit of money. I want to have 10 lots, 20 lots. I want to have a lot of bags of potato chips on that shelf when that school bus pulls in.
Right.
Mm.
When you
Right.
walk into a store, you want brain damage? All right, dude, I'm gonna give you a little brain damage that from now on you're gonna be brain damaged. When you walk into a store, look for the empty shelves. And if you see empty shelves, you know what that means? The manager, the owner's not there. Because if the owner was there, he knows you should not have empty shelves in that store. Thousands of people are walking past an empty shelf. Put a pair of shoes on there. I don't care. You got to put something on that shelf. There should never be empty shelves. And look for the workers. What are they doing? Are they should be filling the shelves in the middle of the day as people are emptying the shelves. If you go to Trader Joe's or Whole Foods or Sprouts, I mean, these are the stores we shop at, and you always see the workers right out there with us, filling those shelves, man, while we're emptying them. I mean, I'll go in there and grab ten cans of sardines or something, or yeah, anything like that, 10 cans of sardines, and and all those sardines disappear. That somebody's got to be there to refill it. Otherwise, you're not selling anything. You always have to have inventory. That's why a well-seasoned auto trader has a lot of inventory. That's why I'm saying the sooner you get started, the sooner you can start building the inventory. And how do you build inventory? Taking advantage of these down days. You got to have some down days. And and when the market's going down, you want to be loading up. You want to take advantage of that. And now the thing is, I've already heard it 1,000 times. People will come on board 6 months, like some of you will come on board 6 months from now, and you'll sign up. And you know what you're going to say? I should have signed up 6 months ago. I
Yeah.
hear it all the time, all the time. And it is what it is. I'm not a salesman. I don't care if you sign up or not. We get so many new signups every single day that I'm not worried about that. I'm really here to help you and to help me because you're helping me. One guy told me a while ago, he said, I'm going to create my own auto trader. I said, okay, how old are you? He said he's 26 years old. I said, okay, well, when you're 51 years old, you'll be where I am right now because I've already been doing this 25 years. And
Yeah,
and and
John.
worse than that, everything you do, you have to learn on your own. That means you have to try a strategy and lose your money. Try something else and lose your money. I don't have to lose my money on every strategy. You know why? Because I have thousands of people feeding me information, sharing with me, talking with me. That's why I talk for 3 hours with people all the time.
Not
And
today.
that's always a joke. That's always one of the jokes people have. If you call Ed, you better have 3 hours to kill, because there's so much information that I share, like the level two screen. The
Yeah,
the
we can't.
data that is the 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 fake data that there's out here. Look at that, 12 shares down here on the ask. The best ask is 12 shares, and then of course it went away. But there's a
Now
lot of
let me
fake
interrupt you.
orders.
Let me interrupt you for a second, Ed. This is just an example of something you will never see, but behind the scenes, this exists to make you profit every single day or as often as possible. These level two screens are absolutely necessary for you to have successful.
Look at all those fake orders at the bottom there. You think the best price is up here, but really it's down here. It's much lower. And so like if I wanted to sell, I'm not going to get those prices because I'm selling a lot more shares. It's got to add up the shares all the way down to add up the amount of shares that I'm actually trying to sell. Your price might be down here, this price. One of these other prices lower down here, not the one up here. And you
Yeah,
don't know that stuff. You don't need to know it. I know it. That's important. And the
right,
software knows it. So the
right.
software is automatically calculating the real price that you're really going to get filled at, not the stuff you see on the screen. Not
Perfect.
the best price you see like right there, the best ask price. That's not the price that it really is. It's all based on your shares, how many shares you're going to be trading.
Yeah, thank you, Ed. Hey, Edward, did you see any questions in the chat that were not addressed yet that came up?
No, there's a couple, but they were about gentleman asked uh,
Semantics. Yeah,
yeah, well, I asked if he could buy the trader before he opens a Coinbase or Kraken account. So
sure.
I've addressed
Yeah,
that, but
no problem.
yeah,
And it could be
any
Coinbase or Kraken, either one. Yep.
yeah.
Actually,
Any questions that get put in the chat that are a benefit to be answered to the crowd, we'll do that.
it
Yeah, well,
doesn't matter if you already have a Coinbase or Kraken account because the auto trader starts immediately in what's called paper trade mode. So it's not
right,
trading with real money.
right.
And but what's important is the strategy's already set in paper trade mode. The symbols you're going to trade are already in there so that when you go live, you don't have to change the strategy at all. It's already
Yep.
got it all set. So as soon as you go live, it immediately starts trading live with real
Yep.
money.
Matt just popped up and asked if you could, you touched on it, but if you would give a little bit more comprehensive view of the or explanation of the health meter page. And that's a relatively new feature that's been added to the trader, which by the way is a good thing to mention that Ed just didn't make this and let it go. He has an entire team that works almost 24/7 to continually
Oh
improve
yeah.
this. So
Oh yeah. We're always
when you buy the license, you're not having to pay for any of those improvements. But anything that makes it easier for you to understand and easier for you to understand about how it makes money is added to the trader.
Yeah, well, you don't want to have your auto trader just running and you might have a problem somehow. Maybe you took all the money out. I know someone that bought $40,000 worth of XRP in Coinbase and she drained that money from the auto trader. The auto trader thought it had all that money to work with, but then it all went away. All the cash disappeared. So then the auto trader didn't couldn't trade. And instead of her sitting around waiting to not know that there's a problem, up here at the top, there would be a health meter, a red health meter flashing on the screen right up here at the top. I might have taken the flashing away because somebody said, "Oh, I don't want it to be flashing." Yeah, you got a problem. You don't want to know about it, but that's weird. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But you can click on the menu and click on health meter, and it brings this screen up. And if there were all the green is good, and that's always on the bottom. If there were any errors, anything that says like you ran out of money or something, that would be at the top above this, a big red X. It would show up here with the error that you're having, and it tells you if you had an error. I don't have any now, but it would tell you, click on that to fix it. There would be a button there that says automatically fix this, or you can call us, send us email, and say, hey, I'm getting this error on my health meter. We go in 2 seconds and help you fix it real fast. Yeah.
Matt says he's got a lot of red X's and errors. Well,
Well, there you go, then, Matt.
send a note. Send a note
Send
to support
email to
at Go Baby
support at
Trade.
gobabytrade.com, and one of us will walk through it and send you an email with all the stuff you need to do to fix it. You know,
That's
yeah, and it's
hopefully,
real fast. I could whip through a trader in 2 minutes and tell
hmm,
you everything wrong with that you need to. And that's usually, if people are changing things or if they're trading at the broker doing stuff.
Yep.
yeah.
Chip's asking, can we talk about last in, first out, but it's not last in, first out. You always give a great explanation, Ed, of how Coinbase
Yeah,
treats the profits.
I can show you here with my smart water bottle. Um, if you bought something at $10 and the price goes down to $1 and you bought it again, now you own it at $10 and you own it at $1. That's two lots that you can see these lots here. You would have two lots. And then the price goes from $1 to $2. We trade last in, first out. Last in is $1. That was the last one you bought, and we're going to sell it at $2 for a profit. It's real money, it's real profit. However, for tax purposes or for some whatever reason, the broker is going to say highest in, first out, which means the highest one was $10. They're going to say, oh, he bought it at 10 and he sold it at 2 for an $8 loss. So they're going to,
typo.
for tax purposes, they're going to report that as a big loss.
Hmm,
Even though you took real money, it was real profit. So that
yeah,
was just a
perfect.
beautiful benefit to you. What a gift. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's HIFO. Yes, and
Great.
don't forget one last thing, folks, on taxes. It's always a function of the exchange. The trader has nothing to do with taxes. So at the end of the year, well, actually, right about now is when you're getting notifications from Coinbase and Kraken.
I got something that said they're going to send it in February.
Yeah,
Just
well,
Mm,
it's
today.
February. Yeah,
hmm
that's why I
Just
Right.
said
today they
now.
said they're going to send 1099s out in February. Wait, this is
Okay.
February.
Yep.
This is February. All right, so that means sometime this month.
All right.
I
All
thought
right.
it was next month.
Anya's commenting. She's curious about the AI component being updated on Go Baby Trade. Can you talk a little bit about
Well,
that, Ed?
here's the AI component. It said right here, see this here said added to declining position. That means the position went down and the software said I want to buy more. But then the AI kicked in. This one, the AI didn't kick in, so the auto trader just bought it when it said that it was time to buy. However, on this one down here, it says added to declining position AI. AI kicked on that trade. AI kicked in and said, "Don't buy it yet at this low because it's going down. Hold on, it's going lower. It's going to go lower." And so the AI told the auto trader, "Wait, don't buy it yet, and let it go lower." And when it went lower, then the software bought it after the AI quit holding it. So
Can
AI
you
can
can,
hold trades.
can you
Here's a
also
couple
touch
more.
on how the AI gets fed, how often it gets fed, and
Hmm.
how it continually the accuracy of it has
Yeah.
continually gone
Oh,
up?
it gets smarter and smarter. You can see this one here. This one at the bottom said profit goal reached, and that means the coin price went higher and the software said, "I'm going to take profits." It called the AI. The AI didn't say it's going to go higher, so the auto trader just took the profit. But then the next one, the AI kicked in and said, "Hold on, don't sell it yet. It's going to go higher." And then so you can it puts AI at the end if it knows AI got involved. Um,
How does it
you
get
can
smarter and
actually
smarter?
click on a symbol. If I click on that plus over there on the left corner, it expands it. It actually tells me next estimated declining price. It's telling me what it's going to buy at, what it plans to buy at, if the price goes down to that. See, look at this. It's getting close. Doge. The current price is 909,033. That's the ask price, and it's saying it's got to drop to 08067. The auto trader's ruthless. For a fraction of a penny, it won't give in until that price drops to this 0.8. So we're not going to buy it early. The software, and it's important to do that money management because the software is doing the money management, the risk management to make sure you're always in the game. You're always
Ed,
trading.
I think what Edward was referring to was having you explain how the AI gets smarter and smarter all the time.
Oh, each auto trader, and there are thousands of auto traders, right, running on our servers. Every minute, each auto trader is writing data to files. Every single minute. Now, the important thing, it's not using OpenAI, it's not using all that stuff that's out there, right? Public stuff. It's sending data to the files that it's using, so it knows what's real. This is real data that the auto trader knows is real that it's providing. It's writing it to files, and the AI picks up those files and trains. It's called training the AI, and it trains on it, and it gets smarter and smarter and smarter. When I first turned on the AI 25 years ago, and I've been doing AI since '89, since my Microsoft days. But when I first turned it on, it couldn't tell me accurate. The best accuracy it could give me was 30%. I'm 30% sure that it's going to go higher, or I'm 30% sure it's going to go lower. Okay, now it's in the 90s. Now it can tell me with 95%, with 98% accuracy that the coin is going to go higher or lower. The auto trader doesn't care about that number. It doesn't care about what the AI has to say until the auto trader is ready to make a trade because the software, the trader itself, is doing the money management and the risk management. The AI is just enhancing the profits. It's just enhancing the auto trader. It's a nice add-on. I never call the AI the star of the dish. The trader itself is the star of the dish. The AI is a nice add-on, is all it is. So when you see traders out there, or bots they call them these days, um, if they're bragging about their AI, oh, my AI, I have an AI trader. I don't know what AI trader means, to be honest with you, because I just told you exactly what my AI does for when it's going higher or when it's going lower. What are they saying? I don't know what they mean by an AI trader because this is an this is a trader that has AI and AI enhancement, but the star of the dish is the trader, not the AI. I wouldn't have
Amen.
a trader if all I was counting on is the AI because the money
Perfect.
management's that important.
David's asking, how do I change the currencies? I've been using the default SUI and XCN. David, you could change your
Just go to
currencies,
select
but
currencies.
yeah, I mean, it's not recommended. I mean, you want to close out positions where you have, if you just started, you could do it. But I mean, if you've had it months and months and months, you've got open positions there. So if you just close
There's
them
a
out,
lot of value
that's a
in you're
lot
trying to say these coins have dropped a lot, and in your mind you're thinking, well, these coins have dropped a lot. I'm going to jump into other coins. They've
bad
all
idea.
dropped. And what's happening is you're looking at other coins that are higher. They've been going higher, and these have been going lower. So you wanting to jump into ones that went up there, and they're getting ready to come down here, and you want to jump in up there. You want to keep buying high and selling low, and you can do it. Just go to the select currency screen if you want. It's pretty easy. You can say, I mean, I see people do it and say, I don't want to trade, I don't want to buy that one anymore because it says add as price advances up here. And I want to trade XRP. Whoops. And just add another coin and then hit spread funds equally because right now it has no funds to trade with. Oh, and click that. And it borrows money from the other coins. It divides it up equally. This is the remaining funds, the funds remaining, and it adds money to that coin. And then you're on your way. And then hit save at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, David, let me say one thing. I own SUI and XCN separately outside of the trader. Those are two tremendous coins. I mean, I don't know why on earth you would want to move out of those. They're
They're
not
big.
going, they're not
Yeah,
going anywhere. They're going to be around forever. And they are, I mean, SUI is like one of the top layer one crypto projects and blockchain projects that exists in the world,
a
period.
lot of people
I
trade
mean,
it.
I also trade it. I own it separately on another exchange, but I also trade it. And it's just I mean, I,
I've got
it,
other traders that trade it.
it's not recommend, folks, listen everybody carefully.
You
Do
can't
not
trade them
get
all.
do
You
not get
can't
in
trade all
this.
the good coins
Yeah, do not get in this and want to switch coins every 2 months. You're going to shoot yourself in the head and you're going to lose money. Stick with
because
two or three.
here's what happens.
Yeah,
Should I explain it? If you stop, say I stop trading XGRT,
yeah,
okay? Now I stop trading it up here. Now what happens is the coin drops 30% more, but I'm not trading it. I'm not buying any more. Now it's wiggling, but you're not making any money because you're not buying anymore, so you don't have anything to
right,
sell down here.
right.
You're just hoping it's going to go back 30% up so you could sell it, so that you could start selling the inventory you have instead of letting it always trade. I always tell people my recommendation always is let them all trade because there's value in top moving coins, which is what we got with the highest trade counts report, where we picked that XCN. But there's also a lot of value in a well-seasoned auto trader
Yeah,
because
stick
you
with
have all that inventory, and I've already seen what happens when the market takes off. This market, I'm telling you, all these BlackRock and Fidelity and all those big guys, they're all underwater by billions and trillions of dollars. This market is going to turn up. They're playing the long game. They've been letting it go down for 4 years, and they've been loading up like crazy. Trump's sitting on $7 billion worth of crypto, and they're loading up for a reason because they're gonna once this thing flips to the starts trending up, and it's gonna start trending up for a few years. All that inventory you have is good. This is where you become a multimillionaire.
Yeah,
So
when
and
you're in
buy
a
loading up at the bottom.
Yeah, when we're in a bull market, certainly you, David, nor anybody else is going to type in a question saying, "Oh, how do I switch out of these coins? I'm making way too much money on them." Okay, you're not going to say
No.
that to us because you're going to be thrilled. Well, on the other hand, you got to be patient when the market's down like this. The market just got
And take
creamed
advantage
2
of
weeks
it.
ago.
This
Yeah,
is a
the
gift
market
from
just
God.
absolutely.
This is a gift.
If I were you, I would go out and buy more SUI on the side and just own it separately as well, or add to your position. I mean, that's an amazing one of my top projects. Just type in, just Google, why should I own SUI, or explain the technology behind the SUI project, and your mind's going to explode. It's so deep
Or go to,
and
go
it's
to
so
YouTube.
amazing. Yeah,
Just type on my phone. I can just say, you push the button. I go
right.
YouTube XRP, and you see people talking about the stuff. It's amazing
Yeah,
the projects that are going on because even though these coins are going down, they're going down for no reason.
that's the market.
It's not like there's a problem with the project.
Right,
There's
right, exactly.
70,000 companies using GRT. They're
Well
not
said.
going anywhere.
Well
And to
said,
be
Ed.
able to buy at these crazy, insultingly, I call it insultingly low prices. What a
All right.
gift.
We gotta move on. We're almost done. David, your second question has to go to support@gobabytrade.com. I can't answer that question. So, but anyway, everybody, thank you. You asked really good questions today. We're so glad you joined us. Ed Barsano joins us every single Wednesday, 2 p.m. on behalf of Crypto Casey's Tribe. And it's informational. There's a lot here, but all you need to know is this just plain out rock and rolls. I mean, this just works. And you could see by the buys and the sells, that's all it does. If somebody trapped me on an elevator and forced me in 30 seconds to say, how does that trader work? It goes up 5%, it takes the profit. It goes down 3%, it buys
3%.
more at a discount. Unless AI kicks in either direction, then it may hold off for 20 minutes until the AI says, okay, now you can buy it. That's it. That's all you need
But
to
I
know.
was hoping we could hear the kind of questions I was hoping because I want to learn from these sessions also, is what are the negative things? What is it in your mind that says, "Oh, this can't be real," kind of thing? I mean,
Well, I'll
I've
give
heard all the stuff. If it was real, there'd be no crypto market. If it was real, he wouldn't be sharing it. I mean, all those things that people say that are just wrong. I mean, look at all that, and in a couple of days, talk about
Wow,
free money.
man, oh
And
man.
and what's nice is it's happening while I'm not even looking at it.
right.
Just taking
Yeah,
a picture.
actually, Scott talks to that point. He says thoughts on why people don't buy, and this is his opinion.
All
They are
right.
thinking about investing, but not really ready to actually start investing. Two, $3,500 is a lot of money to many people and they don't know if they can trust what you're saying simply because they don't know. So therefore, they see this as risky and
Yeah.
gambling. Okay, so let me address that. So you're right on the first part is that people want to invest, but they're scared. They don't know who to trust. They don't know, um, where to put their money. And as I said at the beginning, this is you're going to see some things in this that you've never seen before that produce extraordinary amount of profits year over year over year.
And just
Now, let
taking it a
me
little bit at a
uh,
time, like a
uh, let,
7-Eleven.
right. Let me address in a 95% down market over the last 4 years, this trader across the board. I'm a product of the product. Obviously, Ed is, Attila is, and a lot of people that you see in the chat. It just simply works. In a 95% plus down market over the last 4 years, if you're a crypto holder, buy and holder, you got to hate
You're
crypto. But
dead. You're dead.
if you owned the trader, there is a very high probability that you're making 75% on your money every year. The best savings account on the planet. And it defies logic of everything that you've been taught, but it simply works. The markets are manipulated, all of them. Name the market, it's manipulated. However, what Jackie Chan has done, or what I call Bruce Lee has done, is he's sniffed out the crap of all that happens in the marketplace and has a system that has been written in all the rules that counteract logic that simply step in the way and make you money. Period. To the second part, $3,500 is in. I don't want to seem glib about that, but it's not a lot of money when you look at what it returns you. What does it return you? It gives you an opportunity. I mean, $3,500, you probably spend more than that a year in
Coffee.
in right. Well, coffee, Netflix, whatever the case may be. So it's a mindset shift that if you want to build money over time, this amplifies. What did Einstein say? Compound interest or compounding of your money is the eighth wonder of the world. There is nothing better on the planet that mitigates and eliminates the risk that allows you to compound your money in your sleep. And I
Was it
don't think we
Warren
have
Buffett or Einstein that said that?
Einstein.
Einstein. Hey, Edward,
Einstein.
who made this comment?
Scott.
Okay,
Scott.
Scott, I
But
gotta, I gotta disagree with the assessment on the price being a lot of money. I have seen absolute garbage out there in the marketplace for over 10 grand. Okay, I mean absolute garbage that you have to be in front of and spend time in front of the computer inputting stuff or copying signals. It's just $3.19 a day to automate a portion of your life with a 25-year track record by
of
a
success.
creator who has 52 total years of programming
Thanks
experience
for aging me.
with with 3 million lines of code, with a hotline to the creator, with unlimited support, with unlimited Q&A AI. Every question is answered. There's videos on every single screen you go to has videos of how to. It just doesn't get better than this. I mean,
Yep.
it's insane. This should be 25 grand a year.
Yep. And
What,
I'll
you
tell you what,
know,
I didn't think we'd have time to do this. I'm sorry to interrupt you. But can I borrow the screen back for a second? I want to do
Oh,
some,
all
I want
right,
to,
sure.
yeah, I want to do some math for you. Okay.
But it's easy. All the naysayers are out there. They're having a ball right now. You know why? Because the crypto market's down. They're having a ball. They're
yep.
laughing. Oh man, the crypto market's garbage. And I'm like, man, you are you are in trouble, man.
uh,
You don't get it. And then they'll
uh,
just keep running, going back to their jobs forever when they don't realize how easy it is to literally get rich.
yep. Okay. So let's I call it the dream for 5 minutes. But let's just do some real math. This is a calculator that's available to everybody. I'll copy and paste it into the chat if you want. But let's do this. Let's just say you got $15,000 in savings that you put in. Okay. I'm going to give you a 9 year cycle, right? Because 9 years is going to pass whether you buy the trader or not, or do whatever you're going to do or not. The trader over the last 4 years has been returning over
God.
that period of time over 100% of your money. But let's throw that number out. Let's drop that in half. Okay. Let's just say it operates at 50% annually. And this is your ultimate savings account, as Ed has said a couple of times. Okay. If you spend $3,500 over that 9 year period, you've now turned 15 without adding another penny to it. Over that 9 year period, you've spent 369. So you spent a little bit over $10,000 on the trader because you've renewed it after each year or each cycle, 3 years. So that's 3 cycles. 15,000 left alone turns into over $500,000. Now, if it's that good of a savings account, what if you considered putting $500 a month extra? 1.5 to 1,152,000 and change. So let's just say after 9 years, you're like, cool. Now I put a total of 15 plus 54. My total account value is 1,121,000. Now let's just say you want to go to the beach, kick back with margaritas, Each trader has the capability of up to 2,000 or $2 million in account value. But let's say you stop there. You put your one point. Let's just put a million in. You're going to go below the $121,000 on something. Your Ferrari or Lamborghini or whatever the case may be. So let's put $1 million in the trader and let's have it just work for you every year. Past that, okay? You're not contributing anymore. What does it generate? Whoops, I got to put a zero in there. Sorry. Um, it's generating $500,000 a year without touching your principal, right? What's $500,000 a year? Sorry, I went to public school, so I can't do the math in my head. Um, let's see,
Well, I can't.
500,000 divided by 12. That's it. That is $41,667 a month. Does that cover your mortgage and the rest of your expenses? So I just gave you a 9-year retirement plan if you're starting from zero right now. So now, no disrespect, Scott, now does $3,500 look like a very large expense? No.
No,
You
he was
could
just
listen.
explaining.
I paid.
He was just answering why other people are
Oh no
why
no no
they're
no no
doing
no.
what they're doing.
We're just this is all friendly for friendly Q and
Yeah,
A. But listen, I just
it's
in
like why isn't
mentoring.
everybody drinking smart water?
Right. I don't know. Just in mentoring, give you to get smarter faster because we're only rotating around this rock for so many years. To get smarter faster, I have personally invested several $100,000 in mentorship to learn more faster. It gives me the ability to go do as compared to a $3,500 license that gives you it's the license to make free money for the rest of your life. It
Yeah,
goes to
it's like
work for you
hiring.
day one.
It's like imagine hiring a man or a woman that is a professional trader and they're in the extra bedroom in your home and all they do 24/7 is trade for you like this autonomous trader does. It's the same thing. It's
Yep.
just that you would pay that trader, that human being, a lot more than $3,500. You know,
Right.
they would demand a heck of a lot more than $3,500 for 3 years, or $97 a month is what that breaks down. They can't live on $97 a month. They would
Yeah.
demand $9,700 a month probably.
Yeah.
So,
Let's go back to my comment about the power of compounding, compound interest, compounding your money. This gives you the ability to, if you have the discipline and you have the patience. This is not a get rich quick scheme. This is not a scheme. This is a 25-year success project that this gentleman has put forth to benefit anybody that wants to benefit from it. If you walk away and you've learned something today, great. If you decide not to buy the trader, great. If you decide to buy the trader, great. We're here to spread good news. Our only angst behind the scenes is how do we get to more people faster? Because everybody needs to hear this story. Is
we're
everybody
working
going
on
to own
that.
it? No.
We are working on that. All right, thanks, Edward. Great discussion there on the example. And
Yep.
listen, that's it for today. We've gone a little bit longer than we like to go. We like to go about 90 minutes max. We've gone 110 minutes. But we thank you for being here and sticking with us. Ed Barsano, like I started to say, thanks for being here. We'll be back next week. Same time, same channel. Just re-register if you want to come back with the link that you get to do that with. And all I have to say is thanks for being here and go forth and multiply your money with Go Baby Trade. Ed
Yep.
Barsano, you have any final words?
Go
Go
Navy.
Navy.
Go Navy.
I knew that was
Edward,
coming. Yeah, I again, will finish as I started. Thank you for the privilege of your time. Um, Time is something that we can all make money. We just showed you how and to do it in your sleep. But one thing Mr. Barsano nor anybody else has figured out is how to make more time. This personally affects me because I'm 60. How old am I? I'm 61 years old and I have an 11-year-old. This automates my financial life so I can go do what everybody on this planet wants to do: spend more quality time and spend more quality time with their family. So I thank you.
Yeah.
Anything that we can do to help you, yes, Anya, please do email us. We'll take you from paper trading to live. And once you buy the trader, this is not a sales pitch in its pure sense. This is the ability for you to have quality information and make a decision based on that. That is your benefit. When you buy the trader and make money, we don't get a percentage of it.
Yeah.
It's here to help you. It's here to bless you.
And
Last,
Go Baby Trade doesn't have any access to your funds at all. They sit
right,
in Coinbase and Kraken, and Go
right,
Baby Trade can only send buy and sell orders to the exchange.
100%
We
in your
can't we
control.
can't transfer your money out.
Ken, last comment. The trader trades at market orders, not limit orders. It cannot.
No,
It's
that's not
programmed not
true.
to.
Who said that?
That was Ken. Says
No, we
does the
trade
bar
in limit orders.
right? Does the trader get
The
in trades
software.
at market orders or limit orders?
No, it's limit orders, but the software tracks it internally. It does not float orders. It won't set a limit order at the exchange so that the public can see it. Because then you got professionals competing with you. If you put a limit order up here and say, I want to sell, if the price goes to there, they see your order. They're buying and selling right under you. I sat in a trading house and I watched them do that.
Yeah.
I literally asked him. I bought some Microsoft all the way back in 2001. I learned this, and I said, "How do I know when to sell this Microsoft?" He said, "That's easy." One guy came walking up and said, "That's easy. Just sell it right under that guy." And I was like amazed. So there, you ever see if you put a limit order in public view and say, I want to sell if it reaches this price, and you see it almost approach your price, but not quite get there, and then turn around and go down, they dried up all the buyers at a lower price. So it had no reason to go higher to reach your price. The auto trader hides its limit orders so that the it's not in public view. It goes right, the price goes right through our profit goal like hot butter. It's beautiful. And
Good.
then we sell it up here.
Excellent. Ed, as always, thank you so much for all that you do in blessing your family, of course, blessing our family and everybody that we're able to touch. I just put Casey's discount link in again, the two
Thank you to
support
Casey
emails.
also.
Yep, and I forgot to mention there's a hyperlink in there to frequently asked questions, which you can also get to through Crypto Casey's link. It's AI driven, so if you didn't get your questions answered, or you 5 minutes from now you go, "Oh, I meant to ask this question," just go to that link, type it in, and you'll get your answers. We're here every single week, so however you registered for today, you can use that same registration for any weeks out. We love people that come back. We love people that receive the message well and own the trader and help themselves prosper their family. So with that, Attila, great to
Yep.
see you as
See you
always.
next time, everybody. Invite
Yep,
your friends too, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.
very good. Thanks,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Bye for now.